Hey, welcome back everyone. More Age of Empires here for you. And this is going to be the 4th ranked placement match. Still trying to figure out where I fit in the ranked season. And it's going to be me up against Ace McClyde, who's also playing as the Abbasids. This is an Abbasid mirror match. I'm really happy to see some other Abbasid players out there on the ranked ladder. It's very rare to get matched up against them. So I'm excited to see what strategies my opponent goes for. And I'm really curious what they do on a map like Ancient Spires, which is what we're on here. Unique feature about this map is that there are these little pools of fish here. And they actually made another recent update to the game. In the newest patch, you can now build mills a lot closer to the shoreline. So that makes shoreline fishing a lot more viable. So you can actually put maybe a mill like right here, and your villagers will gather from these shoreline fish source of food. And I think it's a very good method of gathering food. Shoreline fish can be gathered very quickly. And I mean, there's 500 per fish. These berries are about 250, 350. I mean, if you put some villagers on these and maybe the wheelbarrow upgrade, you can get a lot of fish. That said, I'm not really trying out that strategy. I'm just sticking to my berries for my first food source. But you'll actually see my opponent going for the shoreline fish. And it's an interesting strategy. We can kind of debate whether it works out for him or not, but it's always interesting to watch some differences here. And look at that, 5 villagers on gold. That is so many. I suspect he is going to be getting a wheelbarrow upgrade. To be gathering that much gold, I assume he's got to be going for it. Look at that. He's at almost 200 gold, and he hasn't even started to age up yet. I mean, he needs way more food than that. I'm shocked that he hasn't really gone for it. Scouts are duking it out, but I'm up to the next age. Now I'm deciding what to do. I'm going to put down archery range. We're going to try to get a camel archer or something out. Although I think in this game I didn't have... Maybe I didn't have the funds to make a camel archer. I'm trying to remember why. Yeah, I could produce one right here. I wonder what I spend my my resources on. I really should be producing one. Looks like Scout here is chasing his. I've got a lot of sheep on this Scout. Oh, I recall, I lose this Scout. I just stopped paying attention to this Scout. I lose all these sheep, 7 sheep. Really unfortunate. I only ended up with, it's like 7 sheep. Yeah, that's like, that would have doubled what I had, but instead I lost it. And the first unit I produce is a archer, which is a little strange. I probably should have gone for the camel archer first. But it looks like I decided to spend some wood on a mining camp for stone. Part of that might have been because I saw he was mining stone already. So it looks like we're both going to go for a second town center early on. And you can see he's got the mill down and he's got his villagers gathering food. And it seems to be pretty effective. I have more food income right now, but yeah, now that he's getting this mill down here right next to the shoreline fish, that's a really good idea. And it's going to hit these berries too. This is just a great spot. So naturally, I'm going to try to shut it down. I've got archers. Yeah. So that's good. He had 50 wood here. He was trying to gather food. We can just deny it with this one archer. We do need to keep our scout active. We need to keep him moving and looking for if my opponent is going to be making a stables or anything. Okay, yeah, he's pulling his villagers, but he's already mined enough stone to make his second town center. Me, I'm about 150 stone away. So we're kind of looking around, trying to find villager kills. We spot the stables. That's the right response to seeing all of these archer units. He's retreating villagers in. I like that. That's idle time. Yeah, he had 12 villagers in there. He was trying to snipe my units. Should really get down a barracks. We saw the stables. He's going to be producing horsemen. We should get a barracks down. Hopefully I recognize that soon enough. I think I'm hesitant to spend the wood because I need the wood to make my next town center. I think that's enough stone right there. Yeah, we got enough. We should really pull those off. Looks like I'm trying to battle it out with his units here. It's just one horseman and some scouts, but we'll see what we can do. These camel archers are decent against horsemen. Yeah, and as long as they're attacking my scout, that's good. He's doing a lot of damage to my camel archers, but we should be able to take them out. But here come more horsemen. That's a problem. These units should probably retreat. Yeah, I'm just going to lose these units. Oh, okay. He's backing off. We should put the second town center down. Good. Looks like I've got some idle villagers up at these berries. We can send them over to these. Oof. Camel archers getting hit by arrows. We're trying to target down villagers. We sent an archer on the back end to deny his gold, but he's using his horsemen to clean everything up. So I'm not sure about my harassment. That was a lot of food. We did cause a lot of idle time. We pushed him off of this food, so I doubt he was gathering much food in the meantime. He was still gathering wood, and he did pivot back here. And he was probably, I think we denied him from the gold for a little bit with our archer. So I think we denied a little bit of mining time, but debatable on how effective that was. More importantly, we need to get spearmen out. We know he's going to be attacking with those horsemen. I can't imagine why he would stop production of horsemen. They're just such a good harassing unit. We're gathering food from this deer camp that the town center's on top of. And yep, there come the horsemen. I'm just gathering stone still, just as a maybe in case we need some tower emplacements or we make some walls. We got our economic upgrades, so we got the cheaper villagers with fresh foodstuffs, and we did get the wheelbarrow upgrade, so everyone can carry more resources. They're moving faster. Looking good. Now it looks like, yeah, I'm tempted by the food source over there, the shoreline fish. Here come his horsemen. We can just retreat into the town center, and his horsemen have to eat a lot of arrows. And then we can just go right back to work. Or hopefully I get them right back to work. Looks like I'm busy chasing horsemen down over here. So now we're taking the shoreline fish, but here come the horsemen. Ouch. Yeah, we're gonna lose a villager there. But the rest are probably gonna make it out. We snipe one of his horsemen there. We're gonna retreat this villager. Just kind of shuffling villagers around and trying to get spearmen on top of his horsemen. But we're lucky. We only lost one villager there. Not sure if we even killed any of his villagers. I don't think we did. But we did deny some mining time. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my spearmen on patrol. I really recommend that patrol route when you're being harassed by just some light units. It can be helpful. And we're also going to get this outpost down. It seems like it's nice to have vision here. We could maybe eventually go for this stone. We're hoping to just kind of protect this area a little bit. And there's a gold over here. Yeah, if we can just secure that, that'd be great. Our scout is spotting more horsemen being sent across the map. Haven't really seen any other units. And yep, there's the horsemen. Oh, he's trying to pull my spearmen away with his scout. Oh, no, we're doing a good job. Notice that I'm just pulling my villagers away and then telling them to go back to work. That way we don't have too much idle time. Anytime he decides to finally engage with these spearmen, he's not going to have a good time. We have enough to make it up to the next age. Oh, yep, here you go. Yeah, don't engage with these spearmen. Look at that. 2 horsemen down. We are going up to the culture wing. So we're going up to the castle age with the culture wing. We're going to grab preservation of knowledge, probably agriculture in the near future. Opponent is severely behind on gold. I think he's forgotten to get his villagers back on gold. Yeah. He's only mined 300 gold at this point. He needs to pivot and start gathering. That, or he needs to go for way more military production and start using up all of the food that he has banked up. Because, I mean, I could lose to a big feudal age push, I suppose, but that should have happened a while ago. Instead, this food's just sitting there, not really being used by anyone or anything. Probably going to lose this villager. We were trying to come forward and take another one of these pools with a dock, but villager couldn't quite make it. And it looks like we're losing spearmen now to a group of camel archers. Pretty smart to make camel archers when I've been producing so many spearmen. Now I'm having to produce a mix of camel archers, archers, and spearmen. Oh, they do so much damage. But now that we got the camel archer involved, he can't just keep kiting back. He's going to start taking arrow fire. So we're going to chase them. We're going to send out another villager. We're going to try to finish this out. And we're hopefully keeping up our production. We'd love to see more spearmen. Yep, cool. Scouts getting good vision back here. We see a blacksmith put down by my opponent. We're seeing 2 stables, 3 archery ranges. Lots of archery ranges. That's good information. We're probably going to want to get up some stables. I think after seeing that, yes, I put down 2 stables in response to that. But we also find a 3rd town center, and he wedged it right here. This is why his castle age was delayed for so long. He put his town center right here with this deer camp, these berries, and all these fish. It'd be hilarious if I put a dock here and then attacked this with ships. That'd be great. We just cannot seem to get a foothold up here. And he's got a lot of forces. I don't think we can really hold here. Yeah, we're having a tough time. These archers are just going to get shot down, and then these spearmen, yep. That was a tough loss. And now I feel like we don't have much of a military at all. In fact, I don't think I have any standing military units. So we're awkwardly just kind of sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen, because his forces could do some serious damage. In fact, yeah, he's already got a horseman destroying this mill. Fortunately, he's just targeting the mill. He's not going for my villagers, but now he's seen the villagers. So we're going to retreat them into this outpost. I've put a springald upgrade on it. Yeah, lose a villager there. Taking pot shots as he's leaving. Cool, we're back to work. And I'm going to cancel this springald emplacement to give me my stone back so that I can make another town center. I thought this was a really good move. He's already on 3 town centers. We might as well match him. And oof, archer. And getting a refund on this emplacement, it felt good. Now I've got some knights. They're not scared of his horsemen. We do big damage to horsemen. Horsemen, spears, or sorry, knights and spears. That is going to counter his horsemen and camel archers. Because these lancers are just going to get tickled by the camel archer arrows, and then the spearmen can clean up the rest. Getting that town center down. We're still waiting to see if my opponent's going to make it to the castle age. Looks like he's almost got enough gold to do so, and he's still mining stone. Could maybe be a keep play from him. Wisely, we've walled off this southern area. It's secured us berries, gold, a neutral market, a relic, and some stone over here. Would love to maybe finish a wall off here, then maybe cut things off over here as well. We're also expanding this way. We're going to gather up from this tree line and from these berries eventually. Put down 2 outposts in case my villagers need to retreat. And we've also got a mosque, so we can start gathering up relics. And we sent some units forward to see what kind of an army he's got. It looked like still mostly horsemen and a little bit of camel archers. We're going to use our knights to harass So we're sending them around. We end up finding a little gap in the wall here. Opponent makes it to the castle age. We're just gonna kind of park a knight here, I think. Probably should move in on the gold. I think I wanted to right-click him on a more relevant resource. But oh well. We've also got some forces parked down here. I'm just kind of keeping watch over these nearby resources. It looks like my opponent's already come forward to grab this gold, which is unfortunate. I mean, he's already got 3 gold secured. 1, 2, and 3. So I really want to deny him from this large gold and possibly this large gold. Me, I've really only had this one gold vein and then this one. I'm not sure where my next one's going to come from. Oh no, there's another one down here. I see it now. In terms of upgrades, we were pretty behind, but we've queued up a bunch. After we got our Preservation of Knowledge upgrade, we are just chewing through the upgrades. So our units are about to become very elite. And we also got our dock down here. We should probably put some spring Alden placements on these outposts. Something to secure a little bit more defense. And it looks like I'm being pretty diligent about sending villagers out to build outposts. And oh, there goes my imam. Looks like we're starting to play the religious game. Nice. Spending some stone to put up stone walls. Love seeing that. We'll probably secure this area as well. If he's going to mostly go cavalry, then we should be ready with walls. We're also going to be ready for his units by making a mangonel. And oh, here we get another preview of his army. Lots of veteran camel archers, which is good. We're not scared of the horsemen. The camel archers are the real issue. However, mangonels do bonus damage to ranged units, and I think people forget that camel archers are ranged units. So they are going to take bonus damage from this mangonel. Now we're engaging. Mangonel shot landing on the camel archers. If he wants to destroy the mangonel, he has to use his horsemen. So I'm telling my units to target the horsemen down. Don't worry about the camel archers. I'm trying to tell my mangonel to target clumps of the camel archers. Oh, that was a big hit. You can see he's got camel archers on top of my mangonel, but who cares? They're not dealing any damage to it. It has 20 ranged armor. And now he's trying to put a keep down at the front of my base, but his villagers are taking mangonel shots, so all of these villagers are now very damaged. And we hold. Looks like he's going to try and put a keep down here, but I put a spring Alden placement on this outpost, and we're not going to just let him get away with it. We're coming forward with units. Yeah, he's going to have to cancel. And all while they're retreating, the spring Ald is trying to pick them off, along with my units. Oh, good shot. I think we just had the right unit composition. We had a lot of castle age units. I mean, these man-at-arms were very tanky. We were able to shoot down his horsemen, and the mangonel was just so good against the camel archers. Camel archers have a lot of health, so if you can chunk out their hit points with mangonel shots, it's really effective. Looks like he's sending one camel archer out. Doubt this thing's going to do too well. Religious game. Looks like we've secured one relic. Hopefully we're going for more. Yep. I think this imam's grabbing up this relic here. Producing a lot of military. Looks like we're mixing in veteran horsemen as well. Archers, spearmen, crossbowmen. It's a big variety of units. I think it's because I'm not sure what my opponent is going to pivot to with his next army. So I'm just kind of making a little bit of everything. And I have to remember that my opponent is still very economically strong. We're both on 3 town centers. We're both in the castle age. It's going to start to come down to engagements, unit upgrades, and who's trading better and who is securing more of the map, because eventually resources are going to start to run out. We're going to use a lancer to just kind of poke down this wall. It's more just an annoyance than anything, just to give him those attack ping notifications. Good. Our mom's heading back with that relic. That'll put us up at 2. And we got the sacred site, so that's more gold heading our way. Looks like I sent villagers forward to actually repair the mangonel. In case you didn't know, repair speed on siege units has been reduced. So villagers don't just completely fix up siege units anymore. Nice, we denied him from this gold vein. He actually only got about 300 gold from this one. This was less secure than I thought. Yep, I'm sweeping the map with my units. I'm trying to see if he has taken anything out on the map that we can deny. And we're making springalds in anticipation of my enemy making springalds. Now we spot a keep having come forward, and there's not much we can do about the keep for now. We are going to queue up a trebuchet in the workshop. Glad that's coming. In fact, I think I did it preemptively. I didn't even know about the keep, but I assumed that he was going to make some kind of defensive. He was going to spend that stone that he had. He was going to build it here. He was going to build it here. I figure he's just going to put it in a defensive position in his base. So we're getting out the trebuchet. We can also put down rams. I'll probably use my units to put down like 3 rams and then try to push the keep. Finally getting some fishing boats. They'll clear out this little lake of fish. Looks like these villagers are securing this large gold vein. Nice. Lots of outposts and then a mining camp. And we're securing this sacred site. That'll actually secure both of them. There's only 2 sacred sites on this map, so that will put my opponent on a timer. So there you go. As long as we can defend those sacred sites, we will win the game. Losing a batch of units here. We're finally seeing more Castle Age units in his mix. Looks like man-at-arms and crossbowmen. Okay, I'm glad I went kind of a variety of units. There's the rams that I was talking about. We're going to send them at the keep. We're going to use the mangonel to try and target his crossbowmen. If his man-at-arms come forward to destroy the mangonel, let them. We have crossbowmen. They're going to be getting in so many shots as the man-at-arms attack units. So he's attacking the springalds in the back. And his villagers are coming forward to burn down my battering rams, but I decided to move my archers forward to just mow down as many of these villagers as possible. And his man-at-arms all just die. We had a big enough army back here to take him out. And now we're coming forward. The trebuchet should arrive. Oh, looks like it misrallied all the way back here. I don't know if I like engaging under this keep, but I've probably just written off this army. I'm just hoping that it'll engage with his units and we'll get a favorable trade. His units are somewhat upgraded. Looks like he's got a few ranged attack upgrades and some melee attack upgrades, that's for sure. As for my units, ooh, we're very upgraded. Very upgraded. We've nearly got all of our 2-2 upgrades. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, we've almost got them. So I'd say we're about even on upgrades. Putting a keep down in the center, I figure let's secure these sacred sites and make them truly ours. We also sent a small force into his wood line to try and snipe villagers. Looks like we're finding a few, but it's going to be difficult to do economic damage to an opponent who's got 3 town centers. And once again, we get a bit of a preview of his army, just more man-at-arms. Looks like he's gone pretty heavy into the man-at-arms. Yeah, there's a big chunk of barracks right up front. Good. The trebuchet is going to work on the keep. Every time this trebuchet hits that keep, it's not easy for him to just repair it. He's got a bunch of forces inside of his castle. He should probably take those out. And we're also going up to the Imperial Age, and we're putting down markets in the northern corner. Yeah, this villager's heading out to do that. And that will produce traders we can send to this neutral trade post and get us a lot of gold for the late game. He's coming forward with units. We have so many crossbowmen. He has no mangonels, and that's a real problem. He's coming forward with his man-at-arms, but we'll just retreat our siege back towards the keep and let the crossbowmen and archers continue to get their shots in. So even as these man-at-arms are ripping apart my siege, I think he realizes that he doesn't have a chance. It was fun playing a mirror match. It's so rare to see Abbasid players, but I think ultimately I won out with some good engagements and making the right choices in units. And having siege. Siege is not that bad. All right, catch you for the next and final placement match.